Hello everyone, this is Alan from Technology Moments, and this short video is one that you might have been expecting for quite some time, particularly if you own any of UNIFI Gateway machines such as the Unifi Dream Machine, the Unifi Dream Machine Pro, the Unifi Dream SE, Dream Router, and more. If you own one of these and you have been complaining about not being able to create very easily an OpenVPN server, which is something that actually made some of us migrate to Unifi alternatives, you'll see how easy it is now, and you might consider going back to this hardware. We've already seen how to create different types of VPN connections using OMATA infrastructures. Now we'll do exactly the same with Unifi, as it is actually the one that we've been asked the most. The procedure is now very simple from the graphical user interface, no need of CLI interaction, and the results are a very secure connection, if we might use that term nowadays, and a fast access. Actually, we're gonna access remote folders, something that is very useful, and access our computers using remote desktop connection. For those of you with less experience, the reason why you should do this and not just port forwarding is that your connection with your server is gonna be encrypted, so your information will have an additional layer of security. Okay, so let's do it step by step and you'll see that you'll have it up and running in no time. On the server side, we're gonna access this controller directly. This one is a UDM supported network with a very few clients. This one is a real life example, and we're gonna be actually using this connection for permanent access. We're gonna go to settings, then select teleport and VPN, and choose VPN server. I already have, for example, as you can see right here, an L2TP server running that I use quite frequently. I will create another one, then I'll select OpenVPN. For this video purpose, I will leave this name. If you have several ISPs, choose the one that is going to respond to the requests and then the port. As I already have a radius server running on this Dream Machine router, it is already showing me a user previously created. I'm going to leave it as it is. In case that you don't have a radius server running, just go to profiles and create a radius server before actually creating your VPN server. Continuing with the creation of the OpenVPN server, you can see that right here you still cannot download the certificate, as you need to save the OpenVPN server before being able to download the certificate. You can actually change the default settings if you wish to change, for example, the addresses that are going to be assigned to clients and how many will actually connect. If you just need a simple setup, just leave the default settings and save. You can see right here that your new server is ready and the address that it will respond from. Depending on the power of the processor of the router that you're using, generating the certificate is gonna take longer. In this case, it took just a few seconds. I just reloaded the page and it was ready to be saved. You will then get your OpenVPN file that you'll use at the client computers. Please remember that this file represents the keys to the first door to access your location. The second one is the radius server authenticating you with a username and password. On the client side, it could not be simpler. First, you'll need to download the OpenVPN client. We're gonna use OpenVPN Connect. Just Google it and download it. Then install it and run it. I already have it installed in my computer, and at this point, what you will do is point to the location of the file that you created at the server. This OVPN file will have all the information the client needs in order to connect to the server. As I said, it has the first pair of keys. It'll even have the public IP address of such server. A lot of people ask, what happens if I have a dynamic IP? Just open your OVPN file, edit this line in this file, and switch it for the dynamic DNS host name, save it, and continue with the following steps. Then continue importing the file. The profile name, you can change it to whatever you want. The IP address or FQDN, you can't. As I said, for this, you would need to edit the OpenVPN file. Use your credentials and click on Connect. It'll just take a couple seconds. You will then be connected to your office, home, or headquarters securely. This particular case that I'm showing you right here and that I just explained, you can contemplate, say, when you're traveling, telecommuting, or just want to gain access to the resources in the remote location, your office or home. Our example here was done using our phone to share internet access, simulating we are anywhere in the world, and even connecting to a virtual server as if you were in front of that machine. Important to note here is that in case that you're having trouble accessing shares in the remote server, particularly in Windows, it's something very common, and the reason is your firewall may be blocking access from other LANs than the one the server is at. You can check out, by the way, our video regarding this topic to properly configure the firewall exceptions. Okay guys, that was all for today. In a few days we'll share with you how to create a side-to-side OpenVPN connection with another Unifi router, and we'll see how we can also create or connect routers other than Unifi, which may be a very common situation. Remember that you incredibly support us by hitting the like button, subscribing to our channel, so we can keep on creating this content for you. See you next time.